Hello. In this video, I will show you how to take a photo with your Android smartphone. So typically you can find the photo application. It'll be on your home screen, or if not, you can always scroll down to see where your other apps are, and it should be there somewhere. So click on camera, the camera icon. And so there's two ways that you can take photos in terms of dimensions. Vertically, if you hold your phone up like this, upright, or horizontally, landscape mode. So this could be considered portrait mode vertical or horizontal landscape mode. That'll determine what your picture looks like after you take it, when you transfer it to your computer, when you look at it on your phone. Landscape or portrait mode, and the phone should orient itself automatically, the application, so that it'll know whether your picture is going to have vertical dimensions. I guess the 9 by 16 or the 16 by 9. I don't know if I messed that up. Landscape. So all you have to do is you can press the capture button right here, and you just took a picture. Same thing in landscape mode. Take a picture. So you can see how these icons kind of rotate. Like, look at the lightning bolt icon. They rotate automatically to show you that your phone is now your camera is in landscape mode. Okay. Try not to keep your fingers near the lens. Obviously, that'll not look great if your picture looks like this. So again, landscape mode. Now you can also have some shortcuts, and there's sometimes some shortcuts by default. So one of these buttons can be used as the camera button, and then, which is convenient because on the newer Android phones, I think, if you if you hold down sorry, if you hold down the shutter button, a lot of new Android phones will have a feature where if you hold it down, it'll take a bunch of pictures at the same time, which is helpful if an object is kind of moving around and you just want to capture several images, and you'll end up using one of them. So just hold down this button and watch this. Maybe it wasn't that button. Maybe it was the other one. Sorry. Let me try this one. Okay, maybe it was this one. Hold on. Oh, was I in, what kind of feature is this? Okay, sorry. I was in portrait mode. That was a mistake. Okay, you should be in capture mode or video mode. Capture mode is for photos, video mode is for videos. So let's try this again. It's one of these buttons. If you hold it down, it'll take a bunch of pictures at the same time. I think it's this button. One of these two. Great, so I just took 7 pictures at the same time because I held down. You can always change that maybe in your settings, but I think that a lot of new Android smartphones, like in the last couple of years, maybe starting the last few years, they'll have that as a default, or one of these buttons will allow you to take a bunch of pictures. And the same thing in landscape mode. Let's try the right button. Very cool. And then if you want to view your photos, you can click here. There's a little button on the left that'll kind of have a little tiny thumbnail showing your latest picture. And then you can just swipe left and right as needed to view your photos. And then you can go back, or you can exit and go to the home screen, and then click the camera button again. So one more thing I'll show you is a lot of phones, and the higher quality phones will have a higher quality version of this, but you can zoom in and out actually by pressing your, putting your fingers on the screen, and then pulling your fingers in opposite directions or towards each other, and that'll allow you to zoom in and zoom out. So you're kind of, you have your fingers on the phone moving opposite directions. You're going to zoom in, and then back closer together, it will zoom out. Higher quality smartphones, higher quality, usually typically it'll correlate with paying more money. Higher quality Android phones will have better zoom, so that when you zoom in, it doesn't look very fuzzy. Maybe just a little bit, but higher quality, more expensive Android phones will typically have a better zoom feature, so that when you zoom in, the quality doesn't look totally distorted, totally fuzzy. and this can actually be very useful to zoom in on something. Because I've had some very cheap Android phones, and the zoom makes it look very fuzzy, which is, it works, but it's not ideal. So here, in this case, this is actually the blue G52L that I'm holding here. We bought maybe a year ago. This is more of a recent Android phone. I think we bought it in maybe early 2024 or 2023 or something like that. This definitely has maybe one of the better zoom functions and even features. And even then, this wasn't that expensive. It was like maybe $90. So you can go to get a good deal if you go on Amazon and look for unlocked Android phones. Unlocked meaning you can use it with several different carriers, not necessarily having to use it with a specific carrier. So unlocked, not locked to a specific carrier. So unlocked Android smartphone is a good search term on Amazon. Just if you want to just look for some phones. I like the blue phones because they're cheap, and I don't really use my phone that much, so I figured why get an expensive smartphone. So that's how to take pictures. Just remember zooming in and out, taking several pictures at the same time, and landscape or portrait mode, landscape, vertical or horizontal, depending on, especially if you look at the picture on on your computer, you want it to maybe be the 16:9, like this YouTube video. But it's just kind of easier to take a picture. You can hold it with one hand in vertical or landscape mode. Vertical portrait mode. And it's also more convenient for looking at it on your phone like that, because it really takes up most of the screen vertically. So that's it. How to take a picture on your Android phone. Just very simple, a lot of fun. And a lot of the newer phones will have a lot of storage space. Like this one, I think, has, doesn't say how much space. Let's see, 64 gigabytes internal memory. That's enough for tons of pictures. But if you ever run out of space, just you get the USB cable, connect it to your computer, transfer some of those files off of your phone so that you can free up some space. So thanks for watching how to take a picture on your Android smartphone, and have a nice day.